It's finals day here in the NZRL Men's Premiership for 2025, and here are the two finalists. It's the Counties Manukau Stingrays and this team, the Canterbury Bulls, who arrived here at Massey Park in Papakura for the first time in the grand final since 2022. They lost 4 consecutive grand finals up until that 2022 year. Can they get the job done today against this Counties Manukau Stingrays team? Yes, great to have your company here in Papakura. It is a lovely warm spring day as well, not much breeze here for the match today, and of course we've got the women's final coming up following this game as well. Glenn Lamy here and Anthony Gelling with me for the call today. And Jello, this is a couple of teams who haven't won this for a long time. One of them is going to be celebrating this evening.
Yeah, it certainly is, mate. An exciting day. Great shots of the Canterbury side hopping off the bus. You hope there's a plane ride as well before they got on their bus, not busing straight there. But like you said, one team hasn't won it for 11 years, one hasn't won it for a decade. So it's exciting times. We're going to have a new winner in this tournament very shortly. Yeah,
no Akarana, no Auckland Vulcans in the big final today, which is quite interesting. Right, here is the Counties Manukau team. William Whakatamafi moving back from the halves to fullback today, and the coaches preferring Sam Nati and Arthur Crichton. Also coming up back into the back line today, Tavita Makaile wearing the 4 and Ramsey on the wing for Counties Manukau. And a little bit of a reshuffle in the pack too, with Dylan Tavita back to hooker and Fine Vakau Takakala, New Zealand's Domestic Player of the Year last year, being preferred in the loose forward position. Let's hear from one of the coaches now, the Counties Manukau team. It's Phil Gordon.
Well, Phil, team news first. Do you have a full squad to pick from?
Yeah, we've had a bit of attrition through this campaign, but yeah, we were in a position to be able to make sure that we were able to select our strongest squad today with all that we have available.
Team scored a lot of points this year, but on the other hand, you're only conceding like seven points a game, converted try basically. Do you think your defence is really what's got you here?
Defence has been a key focus for us in this campaign, like understanding our defensive systems and just creating that buy-in across the park, and our boys have really done that. I think we understand that normally in these types of competitions, the best defensive teams normally prevail.
What have you made of the southern section, especially your opponents, the Bulls, today?
Oh, look, you know, like I know the Bulls have got a history of being well coached, fit, very determined squad. We're expecting a real battle today, and I think, you know, they'll come here with a real determined mindset as well.
All the best for what hopefully is a great final.
Thank you, and just like to mention some of our boys that aren't playing for us today. Sorry, it's Albie, Manu, Josh, Jess, Emiliano, Raven. We just really appreciate the effort that all our counties, our wider county squad has made to get us to this point. And yeah, to all the PYC teams out there and playing in the Pacific Cup today, all the best for your finals and go Niue.
Awesome.
Yeah, nice job for Phil Gordon to acknowledge the other counties players that have not been included for various reasons in the 17 today. Here is the Canterbury team, very similar looking side to the one that's run through that Southern Conference. The back line, for example, is exactly the same as the last one that played against Wellington last week. And in the forward pack, it's also very similar, with just Kyle Lecker coming in wearing the 17 jumper into the back row, with Kupateho not playing today. That's the only change from the side, and a neat little I guess father-son kind of link here. You can see Lecker, number 11 on the bench. Joel Lecker, that's actually Kyle Lecker's son that is playing in the game today for Canterbury. Let's hear from their coach now, Walter Wilson.
Well, Walter, congratulations on making the final. You must be stoked with the way your team's performed this year.
I look really happy. As we spoke last, that each week we've been improving, so that's been really good to see.
Up against the big, strong, powerful Counties Manukau side, how do you combat them today?
Look, we've got a few things we've been working on, and there's a big side. They probably turn them around a little bit, we'd like to think, and go from there.
Where do you see real opportunities to expose them? Is it moving the ball wide and attacking them down the flanks?
Oh, look, we've got some very creative halves and some really skillful edges. So we might have a wee go at that, but we've also got some big boys in the middle that want to put their hand up as well. So we're very fortunate with the group we've got.
Brilliant. All the best for what we hope is a really exciting final.
Great, mate. Thanks very much.
Yeah, Walter Wilson, and that's what they're playing for today, with these two sides about to go at it here in Papakura. Fascinating to think that Counties Manukau got a rich history in rugby league, and they haven't won this title for what was it, decade now? 2015, the last time they won it.
Yeah, well, they came very close last year. I believe it was just a drop goal in the extra time that separated themselves and the Vulcans. But definitely looking forward to this one. Love that from Walter Wilson, matching fire with fire. You know,
Yep.
we got some creative halves, got some good outside backs, but they got some big boys. And throughout this tournament, I've been so impressed with Thompson, Faiva. It's going to be fireworks in the middle.
Here's the weather, as I touched on. Nice and warm, 22 degrees. That breeze just getting up a little bit, though. Around 24 k's an hour coming from the north today. You're right, there is some experience across both teams here. This Counties Manukau team, particularly the forward pack, is stacked. Ika Hihifo, Tavita, Hunt, Whaiamani, Vakau Takakala, all have very good experience, either at New South Wales Cup level or they have some very good, solid domestic experience.
Yeah, well, keep your eyes on these middles. I know it's been a reshuffle for Counties, a team they started this tournament with compared to where they are now. Albert Vetti, Sebastian Ikahihifo, that's been a real superpower, having those two coming off the bench. So today, of course, Sebastian's starting, Albie's not playing. You hope that they can keep that same punch coming off the bench. There's our referee. Biceps get bigger each week,
They
Mr.
do.
Pucky Parkinson.
And those abs too. Let's get this final underway. It's Canterbury to kick off. And thank you for joining us here as we get the match underway here. And it is Hunt who gets fired up. He's been in stellar form. The Counties Manukau captain, and straight away, a little error there from Jamal Hunt.
Very uncharacteristic. He's a leader for this team. When he's on the field, he gets them forward. When he comes off the bench, he gets them back in the game. But that is not the ideal start for Counties. A little hand on the ball, perhaps. Bit of gamesmanship.
Well, let's see if Canterbury are good enough to take advantage. They're coming into this not really being troubled in that Southern Conference with comfortable wins over Aotearoa 58-12, Southland 44-4, Otago 30-20. They got the closest, and then they beat Wellington last week 34-20. But let's see what the Bulls can do here. They've got a couple of very good players to keep your eye on. Number 6, Jimmy Wihongi, and Italani Puli, number 7, both very experienced players, as is Ken Tofalau here. The 29-year-old former Knights NYC player. I'll tell you a bit more about him in just a moment as Lamalu feeds it into Fa'aiva. Slow play the ball here, risking a penalty. And now here comes Tafili Wihongi. Nice little pass from Poli, and they've lost it. And here comes Counties Manukau with the ball. Yeah. Canterbury's big challenge here, I think. Jello's going to be matching the pace of Counties.
Well, they got a penalty now. High shot from George Faiva. But what a shot it was. Great contact there. Look at this one. Oh, no backward steps at all, is there?
That was McKiley getting hammered. A tough centre, though. Counties, of course, coming into this game with tough wins over Akarana and the Auckland Vulcans. 20-10 and 17-8 respectively. Much more comfortable against Waikato and Bay of Plenty. 50-0, 52-10 in their last two games. Now, Ika Hihifo going to be a weapon in this game for Counties. Tavita into dummy half. Now it comes to Crichton. Whaiamani it is. Otahu player, former Glenora Bears player. Another with New South Wales Cup experience for the Warriors. Vakau Takakala. They have rampaging middle forwards and lots of flair spread right across the park. This Counties team, Crichton. And look at the ball of Whakatamafi. Good hands coming in from Makaile. In fact, it was Viliami Cooley who gave it to Nansen. Quick play the ball. Whakatamafi into dummy half. That's Ngati nudging it through. Well, it's been coughed up and it's play on here. And Counties close to scoring. A restarted tackle count. And, oh, I think has he lost it? He has. Dylan Tavita. In fact, he's been held up as the ruling by Paki Parkinson, so it's going to be a Counties play the ball. Close call there, Ika Hihifo. Tavita into dummy half. Here's Hunt. Hunt can see the line right there, can't get it down. Tavita again. Ika Hihifo. Good defence by Canterbury. Bakau Takakala. The leg drive on him again is excellent. Canterbury holding on for grim death here. They do not want to concede an early try. That's Crichton. Nice play to Whakatau Murphy, and Ramsey is going to get that first try for Counties inside the first 4 minutes. And it's 4-0 to Counties Manukau. Or yes, it is.
Yeah, fiery stuff. Great work from Dylan Tavita. How many times in this tournament have we seen him go over from dummy half? They've done well to hold him up that time. The second time he has a crack, just sucks in defenders, creates that space out wide. Great work from Sam Nati on the pass. Beautifully timed. He let his lead runner do the magic there, just to get that centre to bite. Counties first blood.
Yeah, it was a nice play there from Tavita Makaile. And Ramsey gets the try. Looks a little bit like Kalen Ponga. What do you reckon?
He does a bit, to be fair.
Now, of course, if he plays anything like him, I think Counties will be very happy to have him on their team. Yeah, Tavita, by the way, again, reminding you, is wearing 13, but is playing as the hooker in this game. So here is Whakatau Murphy, who's been kicking really well for Counties. Kicked 18 goals in the New Zealand Premiership this season. Featured in 3 Warriors New South Wales Cup matches through the year. And oh yeah,
wow,
little double whammy.
The double kiss.
Does that mean you get an extra point? No, you don't. 6 points to 0. Yeah.
Trick shot.
Yeah, nice job there from Whakatau Murphy. Perfect start for Counties.
It is. It's hard to pick what strike side is here for Counties because, you know, there's size and there's speed on both edges. I think for Canterbury, they're going to favour that side of Ken Tofilau. He scored 4 tries in the last 2 games.
He's a former junior Kiwis player from 2016. Hey, here we go. Good kick off there. And it was Mikaele who couldn't field it. It's dropped in the in goal though, so it's going to be a line dropout. That was a very good kick off. So a couple of basic mistakes from Counties. Saw the loose carry from Hunt, and now that one. The challenge Canterbury has is capitalising on that. Now for Iva. He's going to leave it for poor old for a Poli. George for Iva. Halfback, rather, dummy half is Lamalu. And here comes Tafali. Linwood Keir's player. Linwood winning the Canterbury club title this year again. Oh,
wow.
Gee whiz, Lamani Kaya bounces out of that one. Our sound effects Mike picked up that superbly. Did it what? I've got a sore rib after hearing that. Here comes Canterbury. Gutsy play from them. Lamalu with that carry. There goes the kick from Poli. Nicely taken by Nansen. Now is he trapped in the in goal there? He is. Perfect kick there from Poli.
Yeah, right on the money, quite close. I'm not too sure if he got both feet down in goal. But great work from Canterbury, just getting to the end of their set, keeping some pressure on. Yeah, great call. I think he's jumped from infield to that in goal.
That's a nice catch from Nansen. He's not the tallest chap.
Oh, great catch. Under some pressure there from Tofilau as well.
Holy, good to see him back in Canterbury. He played in Toowoomba last year in the Queensland Cup. Here comes George for Ivor. Going to have to hit the line harder than that, because that's going to keep happening.
Well, they're coming in numbers, Counties.
Lamalu. There's Tafili. Some of these Canterbury middle forwards are going to be in for a challenging afternoon. Lamalu. You can't escape it. Nice hands from Wihongi. And now carrying the ball here is Kyle Leck. He's 41 years old, still doing it for the Riccarton Knights as well. Awesome to see him still playing. Nice little dab here from Lamalu. He's made a pretty decent start to the game. Ruck speed is good for Canterbury. Poli. Lamani Kaya hitting the line nice and hard again. Last play now for the Bulls. Poli into dummy half for Ivor. Hits the turf for Wihongi. Now Tofilau. Oh, beautifully picked up from Whakatau Mawhi. And Counties survive.
Yeah, good D from Counties, going back-to-back sets there. Very strong in the middle. I noticed when Poli had the ball, took it to the line, there's a lot of space back around the ruck. They are very, very tight on the ruck, Counties, but there is some space if you can just move it a little bit.
Here's Ramsey again. Well handled this time by Sakaraya, who's number 10. He's playing in the centres for Canterbury in this game, by the way. Good brave tackle again by Lamalu. There's a kick from Sam Nati. He wondered whether he's going to kick that out on the full. Evans is over there to tidy up here for Canterbury. Good chase coming in from Tahitua. He's been tremendous.
Oh, he's had an awesome tournament. A real weapon in defence and attack. And he plays big minutes, 80 minutes every game. He's a real asset for Counties.
A bit of a veteran player, former Tongan Rugby international player. Now here's Alofa for Ivor. He's the brother of George, who's playing in the middle today. Now this is better from Canterbury. Malachi Tafili. Another brave run from him. There's the kick from Poli. Whakatau Mawhi going back here, fields that one nicely, but it's a good chase from the Canterbury team. Ooh, they play the ball. Just. Here's Ramsey, and he's going nowhere fast. Good tackle from Thompson.
11 minutes in now, teams getting a feel for it, going set for set, getting into a bit of a cycle. And there's a little pressure relief there for Counties.
Yeah, strip out of the in that tackle, George for Ivor. Of course, this is his 4th year playing in that Canterbury rep team now. Don't know if it was him though. Definitely wasn't. And it may have been Jimmy Wihongi. Came up with that little look. Guilty, Your Honour.
Well, I think they got away with the very first one, didn't they? Off the kickoff. You keep trying your luck. If you ain't cheating, you ain't competing.
Exactly right. And of course, are you cheating if the ref doesn't catch it? Here comes Hunt. Well, just on that, if you ever went up to Richie McCaw and said, do you ever cheat on the rugby? Did you ever cheat during your career? What do you reckon he'd say?
Not at all.
Here comes Counties. Good ruck speed as Tahitua spills it. Picked up by Thompson. And Lecker into dummy half here. Vaughan Thompson, pretty honest front rower. There's two pretty honest campaigners there, Thompson and Lecker. Here's George for Ivor again. Oh, Nanson's in there spilling or making sure that ball is lost. And here comes Counties again. This is Hunt.
That's great work from Nanson. When teams want to offload, you've got to stay up, stay present, and that's how you turn offloads into errors. Great work from the winger.
Whakatau Mawhi up into the line now. This is where Counties can be very dangerous. Tavita, Tahitua with the next carry. Inside the 20. Crichton, options for Arthur Crichton. He's well handled again by that Canterbury defence. Mikaele, now that's Hunt. Of course, we're calling to see his wife playing in the women's final, Angelina. Here's a little dab from Dylan Tavita. Oh, he's over. Tackle not complete. A referee Parkinson right there. He's happy with that play from Dylan Tavita. It's 10-0.
Trademark Dylan Tavita. He almost forced the error, but he done well to hold on. It's that little second phase, that little push off, got the separation, got the ball down. And he finds himself on the score sheet nearly every week. There's that great defensive pressure from Nansen. Most wingers in that situation will be going back to your wing. But great awareness.
Yeah, Nansen's had an excellent campaign. In fact, go through all these Counties players. It's hard to say any of them have played poorly. They've played with good enthusiasm all the way through. And we saw that pre-match interview from Phil Gordon. And there's been some unlucky players not to make the cut today.
Well, he mentioned their defence being one of the cornerstones of their success in this tournament. 28 points, that's all they've conceded going into this game. Compare that to the 56 points of Christchurch. But that's 28 points against a very strong Section A. Some close games as well, the Vulcans and Akarana.
Yeah, Counties had to grind that one out. So Whakatau Murphy converts to try. 12 points to 0. Counties Manukau last winning this title back in 2015. Hard to believe they haven't won it for 10 years, but that's the deal. They beat Canterbury in that final, 41 points to 10. Canterbury have last winning it in 2014, and would you believe there is one survivor from that team that won it that year that is playing today, and that is the centre, Ken Tofilau. Ken Tofilau was very young when he played in that final. It's a great kick-off by Canterbury again. Or is it out on the full this time? Gee, that was a close call. Is it over the dead ball line? Overcooked that one, in fact.
Yeah, well, they've been going all right. The last two, they've come up with the goodies. That one very close, microscopic almost, right on the dead ball line. Ken Tofilau, full circle 10 years later.
He's still only 29, so he was very young back then. Very promising junior. 2 years later, he played for the junior Kiwis, and he was over in Newcastle. He's been back in Canterbury a while now. Ken Tofilau, so hopefully he gets his hands on the ball plenty. What about Jamal Hunt here? Bright start for him. Apparently he was supposed to go to a wedding today, but they've now delayed it. And he's going to be flying out tonight.
They delayed the
wedding?
wedding?
There in time. I thought they delayed something. But anyway, there's some kind of personal issue there that has been...
You'd have to delay your wedding for this, wouldn't you?
You would, wouldn't you? Well, he's already married, but it's not his wedding.
I think
plenty of sportsmen down through the years have delayed weddings, haven't
I think all weddings would be on hold for this one, Glenn.
Yeah,
Counties
exactly.
Canterbury final.
Yeah. Pretty neat that his wife is going to be fronting for Counties women's team against Akarana a little bit later today.
Yeah, it's been a great women's competition this year.
Yeah, and
44 points to 4, I think it was, or 44-10 when they met in round 1 of the competition.
Yeah,
Akarana,
absolutely.
of course, the reigning champions.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a tough job beating Counties today, but we'll see. That one kicking off at 2 o'clock. We'll follow this match here this afternoon. Now for Iva. Well, Canterbury have had a couple of chances in this first 16 minutes. Haven't been good enough to capitalise. Kicking game's been solid. Although that one just didn't quite have the angle on it. That's going to come back to the 20 for a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, he's looking for one of those bounces just to pop up. Hold up and goal there. Not to be 7-tackle set for Counties.
So just confirming that final between the Stingrays and the Falcons, a rematch last week. There's a lost ball for Ivor. Chance here for Canterbury to capitalise. That's Evans. Oh, he lost it. Oh, in fact, that hasn't been lost according to the referee. Interesting call there. Here's Lecker. Maybe I need to go to Specsavers, I'm sure that my eyesight's better than the officials. That's a good little swerve there from Wihongi. Canterbury got a strike back now. Here's Poli. Oh, maybe some obstruction calls there, and it is. Just didn't quite get the connection, the timing right there.
Well, I don't think he spotted it yet, the halfback. If he looks up, there's very little people right in front of him. He's playing a little bit overs in the corners on both the right side and the left side. They're almost over chasing, and he's just giving them no space out on the edge.
Yeah, that was definitely lost. Canterbury got away with one there. So perhaps a little bit of justice there. The Counties have got the ball back. Excellent post-contact meters made by the Stingrays. Good crowd here too at Massey Park.
Oh, it's finals day. This is the one they've been waiting for.
Hunt with another fantastic carry. Tahitua. Played in every game in the second row for the Stingrays in this campaign. Here's Ika Hihifo. Proving a handful as ever.
Oh, he's a nightmare to tackle.
Hunt, not used this time. Crichton, Whakatau Mawhi. Now it comes to Makaile. Wrapped up by Italani Poli. Ramsey into dummy half now for Counties. Here goes the kick from Tavita. Nicely taken by Nick Evans.
Yeah, a little too much height on that kick. I think something on the ground, make it tricky for him to pick up.
Exactly, needed to take the knees off a grasshopper, right?
That's it. They're in trouble here. Canterbury Counties line is very, very tight. They're almost challenging them to try and go around the outside.
Yeah, 5 up. Look at that, they're only at the 10. Stingrays really owning up in this defensive set. Thompson. Hit hard by Vili Tahitua. That's a tough set. Good win behind that kick as we see Wihongi kick it all the way down to Whakatau Mawhi.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear. And Wihongi's out for the count.
That's a huge play from the fullback. Doesn't look like he's doing too well either.
Oh, that's fantastic work by the medical teams to get out there and get the welfare going for both players here. Oh, wow. That was a fierce head clash, wasn't it?
Yeah, double KO. Looked like it was shoulder to head for each of them.
So 12 points to 0. Ramsey and Tavita, the try scorers.
Yeah, you wonder what will come of this. I'm looking at the Canterbury bench. I'm assuming that Jimmy Wihongi's going to have to come from the field. I'm not too sure how they're going to fill that gap. Of course, you've got James Dowie on the bench for Counties. So
yeah,
Whakatau Mawhi needs to come off. He's a
Dead
ready-made
right.
fullback ready to go.
Yeah, Dowie we saw at fullback earlier on in this campaign. I think he played 2 games. 3 in fact.
Well, mate, he played half a game yesterday. They had the League Legends
Yeah.
Festival of Rugby League down in Aotearoa. Featured Albert Vetti, Sebastian Ikahihifo in there as well. And it was a physical game up against the Aotearoa New Zealand Māori side.
Well, there are the leaders, and there's Whakatau Mawhi. He looks okay. How he is okay, I don't know after watching that replay, but he looks like he's all good to continue. Different story for Wihongi, though. And you're right, it's a big loss if he's not able to continue here. Joel Lecker is on the bench. He's an outside back, though. And then the other 3 players are all forwards.
Well, they're already struggling a little with their outside back coverage. I mean, you got Luma Sakaraya. He's been coming off the bench playing prop in previous weeks. He's already starting at centre.
Yeah, Tani Alaleka is there, but he's the 18th man. But he is a spine player. A tough job for this Canterbury team. The thing with the Counties that struck me this year is they just looked hard to beat.
Well, just big. They're a big team, big forward pack. Quite a typical Counties team. So Wihongi comes from the field.
Well, that's a loss. Wihongi's a very experienced player, 25 years of age, been a fixture in this Canterbury team for the last 3 or 4 seasons. And it looks like Tani Alaleka is being activated there, the number 14.
Yeah, we'll see where he goes. He could slot straight into the halves here.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what will happen. He played the first round at 5/8 and has come off the interchange in a couple other games. So another Lecker is out there. There's now 3 of them. So we've got 2 brothers on the field at the moment. And then, of course, Kyle's son, Joel, who's on the interchange.
It's a family affair. Halfway through the first half, 12-0 to Counties. Now, usually Canterbury, they get out to an 18-0 lead. That's what they've done the last 2 weeks.
Ika Hihifo playing that one. Nice little dab from Tavita. Didn't use Jamal Hunt. Fast play the ball. Whakatau Murphy. Well, there's a drop ball, and here comes George Fa'aiva.
We'll see how long these middles can hang in there for Canterbury. We usually see the starters go off around this time.
Canterbury. Yeah. Good tackle from Sam Nutty. George Fa'aiva. On the halfway line, Poli. I reckon they try and get Lamani Kaya into the game as much as possible. Always been impressed with him. Always created space there for the fullback there, Rufiu. Haven't seen too much of Tom Rufiu in the game so far. Only sensing an opportunity. Nice pass, good hands. Out it comes here to Alofa for Iva, but he's going to die in the tackle there. But bit of adventure there from Canterbury.
Yeah, it is, and the coach Walter Wilson, he said it before the game, that they've got some creative halves. We need to see some creativity though. At the moment, they take 3 drives and have a crack on the 4th or 5th. It's a little too predictable for Counties. They know when to spread their line, when to tighten up. You've got to ask some more questions, I think.
Yeah, their kicking game's been pretty solid so far from Canterbury, so maybe utilise that a bit more.
Yeah, that's the one. They got some targets out wide, and they can put their kicks on the money.
Tahitua, slow play the ball there. There goes Sam Nutty. Tavita. Here's Hunt. Good ruck speed, Tavita. Lovely hands there from Dylan Tavita. Well, there's appeals there for a late tackle, and well, it's an interesting call. Lamani Kaya is the player penalised there, but it was a 50-50 call. See.
Yeah, it's almost simultaneous. The contact, a little high perhaps.
The Vaughan Thompson it was, in fact. The Counties get the call going their way. Ikahi here for. Vita again at dummy half. It's Nutty taking the tackle this time. charge over is good. Counties too powerful up the middle of the field. And going over to score the try, I think that's Fine Vakau Takakala, who's made a very impressive start in the 17 jumper.
Yeah, great stuff from Counties. Too big, too strong. Great service from Tavita. Got options left and right. And the play back on the inside just catches that Canterbury defence on their heels. Bit of fatigue setting in. And I mentioned the rotation of the prop forwards. Usually we see it around this time of the game. They've done a lot of defence in this opening 25 minutes. Could be time for some fresh legs.
Yeah, that's Jamal Hunt, of course, scoring the try. He's been superb. Still only 28. So Vakau, or rather it is Whakatau Murphy, who's going to attempt this conversion again. Interesting that all two of the three tries now have come from charges close to the line.
Well, they certainly know how to post points. Scored over 50 in more than one occasion.
Well, there is Jamal Hunt, the captain. Former Bulldogs and Rabbitohs under-20s player. And he's been a fixture in and around rep footy teams in the Auckland region for several seasons now. And as I touched on, Angelina, his wife, is going to be, I'm sure, to the fore in that women's final, which kicks off at 2 o'clock. She's playing for Counties. In fact, I saw a team list where she's the captain of the Counties team today. So Jamal's the Counties men's captain. So that'd be a neat achievement if both those teams can win today. And husband and wife are captain of both teams.
2 captains, 2 trophies. Wonder when the last time that was ever done.
Exactly. Here is Hunt, the try scorer. Tavita, Ikahihifo. So fresh legs out there. Graham Patu Vainga'ao is now out there for Canterbury, wearing number 16. Another Linwood Kias player. Evans with that tackle. Tavita. Uh-oh, here comes the spiral bomb. Nicely taken by Fa'aiva.
You can hear the Counties defence telling them to leave it, leave it, leave it. Bit of pressure on the head there. And this is what they do. They squeeze up. This Counties defence get really tight on the ball. You look where the centre winger are. There's Ramsey, 20 metres in.
Fa'aiva has got a clean break here for Canterbury. Has he got the gas? Oh, he has. Oh, Whakatau Murphy, the big play there. Fa'aiva just couldn't get it past him. What a shame there, because Refiu was right there.
Yeah, fresh set of 6. But look at this. I said the Counties defence was tight. They challenge you to go around, which could be a very low percentage play, but they nail it that time with a little catch and pass.
Luck for Fa'aiva there. This fullback was screaming for it on the inside. So Canterbury showing some signs again. Fully Mohala is on there now. Now here comes that hit up from Patu Vainga'ao. Lamalu continues at dummy half. Leka. Bit of a wobbly old pass back there for Ken Tofilau. Not much Ken could do on that occasion. Now here come Counties again. Or rather Canterbury. Joel Leka is out there now. Taniala Leka. Joel Leka gives it to Evans. And again, the bounce doesn't favour, and Nansen is nippy.
Yeah, not the play there for Canterbury. I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep the play alive. They must be getting frustrated now. 30 minutes in, they haven't scored a point. It's not what they'll be used to.
Falau. Manukau Magpies player. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey's busted clean through. Ramsey. Well, it was a brave tackle coming in there from Rifiu. Did just enough to stop Ramsey scoring a terrific try there. Counties now down to their last tackle. Tavita. That's Crichton. Ramsey again. Good brave tackle coming in there from Sakaria. And that's going to be Canterbury possession.
Yeah, great stuff from Ramsey. Individual brilliance with that break up the middle. And you just know that's going to take it out of the legs of these Canterbury middles. They've got to turn and chase. Now they've got to get behind the ball. Someone's got to put their hand up and get them forward.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Stephen Lefo out there now, wearing 16, the 30-year-old for Counties Manukau. Another very good player, of course, down through the years. Tough defence again, isn't it? It's Tahi Tua to the 4. No joy for the Bulls. They're struggling to get go forward here. Find any gaps in this Counties Manukau defence. Now we're leaving kick.
Well,
Ramsey.
That was a 10-metre gain on the set. Great bounce, I suppose.
Well, very close, in fact, to a 40-20 in the end.
That's exactly what they need. I think if Ramsey was to get his hands on that, he was going to steam it back to the middle. These middles need a rest.
Nansen tries to Ramsey, Tavita and Hunt in the game so far for Counties Manukau. Paia Falau. Tekiu now out there for Counties Manukau. And the number 9 jumper. Here he is there, deputising now for Dylan Tavita. Here comes Lefo. Taken by his opposite number, Pathu Vainga Ao. Good carry from Vakao Takakala. Counties threatening again. Ooh, just lost there. In fact, it's a handover. Sam Nati. Well, I don't mind at 18-0, the halfback having a crack there.
No.
He senses something.
No, you've earned the right there. 7 minutes left until half-time. You just know these middles will be feeling it. These back rowers will be tired.
Ken Toffel frustrated. Oh, you can see what he was trying to do there. Just a little unlucky there, perhaps. Initial contact might have been around the throatish area.
Yeah, beautiful day for rugby league. Last day or last game of the year for most of these guys. I know we've still got the Pacific Championships and perhaps some Maldives tournaments to look forward to. But for most of these guys, this will be it for the year. Holiday time after this.
Yeah, you want to go out a winner, don't you? There's Whakatau Mafia again, proving a handful as he takes it to 12 metres out. Now, this would be not good for Canterbury if they concede another try there. Look at the space for Tekiu. Very close. Whakatau Mafia, dummy half. Caught in possession, he's lost it. That's good play from Canterbury. And there might be knock-ons both ways there, but the Bulls have hung on.
Yeah, smart work there. Just able to grab hold of his arm, knock that ball loose. Just threatening with that pass back on the inside. We've seen a few tries off that today already. Great stuff from Lamalu it was. And 18-0. Even if they can't score before half-time, you want to keep Counties to 18 because coming in 4 tries down in the second half could be a very different type of footy that you have to play to catch up.
Sakaria. Oh, great initial contact again from Paia Falau. Penalty coming for Canterbury. That will be very relieving. Tafili it was. Far better to get 20 metres from a penalty kick than trying to grind out 20 metres from a set of 6 against this menacing defence.
Well, they've been lucky to grind out 10 their last few sets coming off their line. Counties absolute specialists in keeping you in your own end. About 5 minutes to go in the first half. Golden opportunity here for the Bulls.
Here's Lamani Kaya. Juggled just a touch there from Fili Moihala. But it's all good so far for Canterbury. Lamalu. Tafili with that pass. No space there for Leka. It's Taniela Leka. Tofalau trying to find some space. Had some joy on that short side a little bit, haven't they, Canterbury, as Lamalu pinches 10. Last tackle now, though, for the Bulls. Poli with the kick. Kicking here for Faiva. Just not back to Crichton. In fact, referee Parkins has ruled a Counties knock on there. Interesting call.
It is an interesting call because if the ball is knocked on, you'd assume it'd be a penalty. With Arthur Crichton touching it in an offside position, if it was knocked for, perhaps.
That's right.
Either way, 3 minutes to go.
Canterbury.
0 on the scoreboard for Canterbury still. I've been so impressed with Viliami Cooley defensively out there on the left side for Counties. Great foot speed. He knows when to get up, when to hold back, and every contact he throws his whole body in.
And Cooley's a very good ball runner as well. Tough man to tackle. Oh, Messi at the back of the scrum there, but the Bulls have got it. Fakau Takakala welcoming another Canterbury player to the game. That's a nice little cutback. I tell you, there's a high tackle from Whakatau Murphy. In fact, no, it's Stedman Lefo.
Well, he went back to back with big shots there. First one on Lamalu.
Lefo hit Leka for all he was worth. Tafili. I'm going to bounce out of Falau's tackle. Now Canterbury needs something out of this first half. Billy Moihala, it is, going close. Poli. Lamani Kaya. Another big play from Tahitua there. Here's a little dab out of dummy half. Lemalu. Now Tafili, got a feel from he's been a hard-working player in the first half for Canterbury.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Poli wanted it in his hands. It was a very slow play, the ball, though. You could see the Counties defence just loading up, ready to shoot up off the line.
Yeah, frustrating for Canterbury. Tafili not able to handle in that. It's going to allow Counties to the opportunity shut out Canterbury in this first half. If they get through this last set. There's Viliami Cooley we saw with that carry. Almost used again there by Nutty. Falau well handled that time by Philly Moihala, who's proved useful off the interchange. Now, Vakao Takakala, the Jamal Hunt lookalike. They're brothers from another mother, you reckon, Jello?
Same barber, I think.
Yes. Whakatau Mawhi. So Nick Evans going to tidy up here for the Bulls. And it's been a dominant performance from Counties Manukau in this first half. 3 converted tries to Ramsey, to Vita and a Hunt. All converted by Whakatau Mawhi. And there is the half-time score in the grand final for 2025. It's Counties Manukau 18, Canterbury 0. Second half not too far away from starting here at Massey Park in Papakura in the grand final for 2025. It's Counties Manukau 18 leading Canterbury 0. 3 converted tries to 0. Just a reminder too, we've got that women's final kicking off in an hour as well, and that will feature Counties Manukau up against Akarana. Should be a fascinating clash. Akarana, the defending champions. It's actually a rematch of the game they played last week, which Counties won very comfortably indeed. Expected that game to be a lot closer, but Counties Manukau 44-4 they won that game. Actually tore apart Akarana in that match.
Yeah, it would take something special, wouldn't it, to turn the tide on a scoreline like that?
Well,
Even turn the tide on this scoreline, 18-0. I said it was important that Canterbury don't make it a 4-try game, of course. If they can score first here, 2 tries, it's doable. But I'm sure Counties will be looking to slam the lid on the Bulls' chances here. As we mentioned, a decade since they put their hands on the trophy. Came within a drop goal last year. And they're 40 minutes away from doing it again.
So second half underway. Canterbury now playing into a bit of a breeze. It is just increasing in strength too in the second half, but it's lovely, a warm day here at Massey Park. Hope we're enjoying the coverage here. Patuvanga Ao, it is. Good start here for Canterbury. This is better. Hitting the line hard. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to hide on a rugby league field. You just got to roll your sleeves up and try and get stuck in. That's the attitude Canterbury have got to have in the second half. It's almost like you've got to take out of your mind who you're playing against. And that is a better kick. And Lekker's weighted that one pretty well. And all things being said there, Jello, that's probably Canterbury's one of the better sets of the game so far.
Come out swinging. I think that is their best set of the game. I mean, 4 drives, everybody running hard, great play of the Bulls, and an early kick. Coach mentioned before the game they want to turn this big Counties pack around. That's the way to do it. Make them tackle and then make them get behind the ball.
Ramsey with that carry. You see James Dowie's out there now wearing the black headgear there for Counties Manukau. Getting an appearance in the finals game today. It's Crichton. Nice play to Lefo. Chased back by Taniala Lekker. To Q in a dummy half. Whakatau Mawhi with the kick. And he's just not quite timed that one right. And that is a relief for Canterbury fans.
Yeah, I was going to say Counties returning serve with a great set themselves, but not the 5th tackle they would have wanted. I think Canterbury, they want to get themselves into this game. They've got to keep the tempo up. These middles got to empty the tank. They've got their starters out there recharging their batteries on the bench. They've got to score next. That's imperative.
Untidy to play the ball now. Poli senses an opportunity. Good league IQ there by the halfback. Now Lamani Kaya, he's been arguably one of the more damaging runners in this Canterbury team so far in this game. Poli again. Oh, drops it back to Malakai Tafili, the hard-working loose forward. Next man up is Patu Vainga'ao. Again, they're getting some good energy from him and Filimoi Hala off the interchange. Leka. Well, that bounce is kind here for Whakatau Mawhi. And, but again, not a bad set there by Canterbury.
No, it's a great set. Fifth tackle. They put themselves in a position to put up an attacking kick. They're not kicking for yards. I think they've just got to put that ball somewhere they can compete for it. We saw Toffila in the first half go up for a cross-field kick. I think you've got to put a target on that man.
Ramsey proving elusive. Great run from Toa Iti Ramsey. Not for the first time in the game. He splits Canterbury right up the middle. Super run from him. Nansen looking to capitalise close to the ruck. The last play now for the Stingrays. To Q. To Vita. Crichton. Whakatau Mawhi. This is looking good for Counties as Dowie handles, but he's going to die in possession. So Canterbury scrambled well on D.
Yeah, interesting change up here for Counties too. Looks like Dowie, I thought he might have come on at the full-back position. I'm guessing he's slotted in there at right centre. Whakatau Mawhi still at full-back. And here they are. This is the Counties defence doing what they do.
Yeah, this has been a real feature of the game, hasn't it? When Canterbury are in their red zone, someone's building that force field on the 20 and they can't bust through. Well, they spread it just a little bit wider this time, and Leka's driven back by Tahitua. Change of tactics this time from Taniala Leka. Nansen scrambles back. Love watching Andrew Nansen play.
Yeah, he's come up with some big players already in this game. There's that bit of creativity that they were talking about before the game. Almost out of desperation. They know they've got to get out of their half. They can't keep getting pinned in their own 20.
Whakatau Mawhi, that's a loose pass. Didn't go backwards though. Lefo picks it up. For that offload. Tackle wasn't completed, and that's been pinched by Lamani Kai. Big play from him.
Huge play. Counties on the back of some great defensive pressure in a position to score. Go 4 tries up. That could be curtains already early in the second half. So great play here from the Bulls, and they got the penalty. Here they come.
Well, good work there from Sakaria. Got the 10 on his back, but he's playing in the centres. Here's Thomas Ruffiu. Haven't seen the best of him. He's a former New Zealand under-18s touch representative.
We'll get him in the 5-metre zone. See what he can do.
Here's Joel Leka. There's Cooley in there making a tackle. Hasn't seen too many touches in the game, which is probably just as well from a Canterbury perspective. Here is Tafili. Poli. Again, that Canterbury, or that Counties line had drifted really well. Now the direct run coming this time from Filimoi Hala. Evans looking for a kick on the last here out this right edge, but they're sticking to the left. Here's Poli. He's kicked that, unfortunately, straight down Whakatau Mawhi's throat. And that wouldn't getting up, that held up nice and comfortably for him.
Well, here's an opportunity here for the Bulls to give Counties a taste of their own medicine. If they can squeeze up and keep them inside their 20, they'll put themselves in a great attacking position. There's the penalty.
Well, just as you were talking about that, it was almost inevitable, wasn't it, really?
It was, mate. But no, it's a game plan that really works well for Counties. Vulcans in the last few years have had some real success. What they do is they get a big body at back row and they play around the Counties pack. Someone like a Pat Sipley or a Gumby Fetal, they hit him on a 2-pass wide. Big body running at the 3-man and it gets their set going.
Yeah, that's what Canterbury need to try and work on. Time is running out, though. Fighting the scoreboard and the clock. Never a comfortable feeling. Now, Stedman Lefo. See him and Retzlaff team up on the same team. There's Nutty. Tough man to tackle. Solid half, as is Arthur Crichton. Here's Tahitua, the next carry. No tackle coming in from Tafili for Canterbury. It's looking good for Counties. Here is Tavita, almost skips through. Ruck speed is superb. Now, it was touched by that Canterbury player. Should be a fresh set. In fact, there's now knock-ons both ways, and that should be a Counties Manukau scrum feed.
Well, it was a desperate play there from Poley to knock the ball out, and I think it's one they needed because Counties, off the back of this Tavita run, had the defence absolute scrambled eggs there. People all over the place, backs turned. So at least they're in a position here to regather themselves. I'd expect a big play off the scrum.
Well, it's been a brave effort from Canterbury so far. Done well to, in many ways, to keep that score unchanged for a while now. Katal Mafi back to Tahitua. Sakaria with the tackle. Tahitua slow to get to his feet on that occasion. Now here's Cooley. Tahitua again. He's going to be one to watch close to the line. Nati. Now Falau. Working Canterbury defence again. It's got to carry on because Lafoe's charging, and another try from a middle forward barging over, and this time it's Stedman Lefoe. 22-0.
Yeah, the big fella. So hard to stop there. He's been a handful in defence. Putting some big shots on, and this time close to the line with ball in hand. Using his size to get his side up by 4 tries, Glenn.
Yeah, Stedman Lefoe. They just keep coming, don't they? He was a Warriors New South Wales Cup player 10 years ago. And he's had some experience, plenty of experience in Australia as well, particularly in Queensland. Ex-point chef player now playing out of Papakura. And he was one of those, one of the survivors of the Counties team which lost that grand final 12 months ago against the Vulcans.
Oh, wow.
Not too many. Jamal Hunt was another one. Ramsey on the wing. So there's 3 there that were in that Counties 2024 side. And Andrew Nansen was in the Vulcans team, which won. So he's looking for, yeah, looking for back-to-back titles. Katal Mafi's first miss of the day, 22 points to 0.
Well, here's a challenge for Counties. Can they keep the intensity up? Be easy to put the cue in the rack now. They've still got their starters to come off the bench. It's been great work from their bench, hasn't it?
Scary, isn't it?
No let up.
Scary that players like Ika Hehifo, Hunt, are primed to come back on again. Crichton.
Yeah, it's a shortened bench for Canterbury. Of course, Jimmy Wihongi going off in the first half with that head clash and that Whakatal Mafi tackle. He's been a big loss for them.
Paia Falau right on the halfway line, another Papakura player. He's been excellent off the interchange this campaign for Counties. In fact, he's a Manukau player. Now here's Whakatau Mawhi, almost sneaking through. Nice tackle there from Philly Moihala. Crichton. Here's Ramsey again. How good has he been on the wing today? Tavita. Nice option there. And Nansen was chasing through, but Nick Evans has it.
Yeah, good tackle from Nansen. Both these wingers for Counties have been phenomenal. Both defence and attack. Every little engagement, every touch they've had, it's been impressive. It's just complementing the work from this forward pack. 13 minutes in.
Indeed. 5 up. Penalty going the Canterbury Bulls' way. Again, that was late in the set that time. Canterbury have worked hard in this game. They've toiled away. They just haven't quite been able to get that killer blow.
Wow, have a look at this one. Kicking to the long side. Perhaps that's an indication of where the wind's going.
Well, he backed himself there, did Tom Ruffiu. All good, no harm done. Now Joel Lecker.
He's had a massive shift, hasn't he, since he's come on?
Yeah. They've got good value out of all of these interchange players. Lecker, this player here, Patu Vaingao, Fulu Mohala, all been pretty good off the interchange. Ruffiu up in the line. Now Tofalau can't get past Cooley. Lecker again, second carry of the set. Trying to squeeze between Tavita and Falau. Tafili. Kind of drive over Tafili. Get that leg drive going. He's just a couple of inches short. Close call. That's as close as Canterbury been the whole game. Poli, and there's Whakatau Mawhi. Another big play from him.
Yeah, great game from the fullback. He plays so physical. He's a big boy. Saw that run in the first half. Damaging, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Scary.
it was. Dowie.
Oh, wow.
Ramsey felt the full force there of Lamalu. Big hit there from Lamalu. Here's Hunt back out on the field again. Again, Jamal Hunt. It's just not fair. Here's Tavita with acres of space. That Canterbury defensive line looks fractured. And the ruck speed is super fast. TQ having a crack from dummy half. Canterbury just managed to hang on. That was close.
Yeah, righto, there from Counties. If you've got them up the middle, you've got the markers scattered, the defence is offside, just keep it there. Pick and go, just straight at them. Look how many metres they were able to make off the back of that Jamal Hunt run. Just standing, spinning, so strong, isn't he?
And now Canterbury back inside their own 10-metre line. That's a better run. Tofalau finally gets some go forward from Canterbury. At that end of the field, Lecker in a bit of space. Got out of that tackle from Falau. Taniala Lecker. Now Malu, here is a run from Patu Vaingao. Lecker with the kick. Oh, that's hard luck. I can see what he was trying to execute there. He wasn't quite looking for the distance, just trying to run in Evans.
Yeah, trying to put in that little no man's land, wasn't he? You can see the wind just got up underneath that ball, carried it out. Righto there, though. He's trying stuff, isn't he? Had that little chip and chase out of his 20s. He's having a crack, which is what you got to do. 22 points down. This is the most points Canterbury have conceded in this tournament, of course. 20 points. Otago scored on them. Wellington with 20 as well. But they won't be used to the 0 on the scoreboard.
No, Counties have been too tough defensively in this game. Hunt. Crichton, nice and flat. Good run from Arthur Crichton. Counties rolling forward nicely. Here's Tavita. It's Crichton again. Here's Tahitua. Tekiu continues at dummy half. Crichton on the inside, Whakatau Mawhi. Counties very close. Last play now for them. Here's Natia to Ramsey. Ramsey, he deserves another try. Has he scrambled over somehow? He's held up. We've got referee Parkinson and touchy Chris McMillan over there making their ruling.
He backed himself though, didn't he? There wasn't nowhere to go. And he almost manages to squeeze it in right at the corner. Look at this, slips over doing so. Goes down, stays in, gets back up.
Wow, how did they keep that out? That's a big play there from Sakaria. So just a one try since half time. Stephen Lafoe barging over close to the goalposts. Extending that lead out to 22 points. Hope you're enjoying this game as Counties Manukau certainly close in on what's going to be their first title for 10 years. That's Alalio who's out there now. Jamison Ilalio. Philly Moihala. Slow to his feet that time, the big fella. Leka with that kick again, and he kicked it out again on the full. Nansen,
Oh.
That's going to be a play for Canterbury. He was just caught in two minds there, Andrew Nansen.
He was, wasn't he?
Maybe three minds. Do I leave it? Do I catch it? Or do I actually...
Little shuffle there,
Exactly.
hoping the touchy won't see it. There's some more fresh legs coming on for Counties. I believe Pia Falau's just headed to the sideline. He's had a big stint. I lost count how many people stepped into his right shoulder.
Exactly. You need a calculator to keep up. Canterbury again. This is Poley. Just can't quite get through these tacklers from Counties Manukau. There's a barge over. I think he's just short. Philly Moihala. Poley. Rufiu. Great tackle from Whakao Takakala for Counties Manukau. Leka to Joel Leka. Tofalau. Tofalau. Last play now for the Bulls. Leka. Big pass. Nicely handled there by Ilalio. But again, it's Whakatau Mawhi who was there to save the day for Counties.
Great defence from Counties. Great scramble. You thought Canterbury were due for a try. 60 minutes and haven't scored all game. Had all the momentum there. Counties just getting to where they need to be, making the tackles when it counts. Great stuff.
Well, yeah, that's been a real feature of Counties in this campaign to Jello. They've just not dropped their heads at any stage. They've taken the scoreboard out of the game, particularly on defence. Whakao Takakala cut down there on his own 40. Love the old spiral bomb from Dylan Tavita. The bounce is handy for Rufiu. Now Evans. Chase again by Nansen.
He's everywhere, Nansen. He's Spider-Man at the moment.
Tofalau. Fiver. Looking for space up the middle again. Oh. Pretty solid tackle coming in from Firemoney on that occasion. Leka chasing through here. Aotearoa Murphy, he has not put a foot wrong at fullback in this game.
I thought his carry in the first half, then he ran it straight up the guts. I thought that could have gone very wrong.
But it didn't, did it?
Not for him.
Yeah, he stayed out there, Nansen. Poor old Jimmy Wihongi. Gonna need more than a few Nurofen to get through this game, as we see Ramsey for Counties Manukau. You got he full back out there now. Last play now for Counties. And there's Tavita. Excellent all-round game from Dylan Tavita as well. Oh, drop from Rufiu. Not the result there Canterbury needed.
Yeah, he didn't look confident on that last one either. He let it bounce. This time he didn't really have the chance. It was more end on end this time. I suppose just moving on to the ball from a bit of a funny angle.
Tavita's such a handy player, starting the game at dummy half, equally effective as a loose forward, can play in the halves. Great kick, as we just saw again. We've already seen 2 other spiral bombs today, causing a few problems.
Oh, he's great, mate. And usually you see that type of player, they're usually quite a smaller body. He's tough as well. He's got the size, he's got the aggression. He's the whole package, Tavita.
Sam Nutty. Here's Cooley. He can be dangerous from this situation here. Cooley. Yes. Viliami Cooley. He's got some fast twitch fibers. And he is a hard man to tackle that close to the line when he can get to pace very quickly. 26 points to 0.
I think it's the first time in the game he's got some decent ball. He's rolled up his sleeves in yardage, of course, plenty of carries, but this is the first time we've seen him with a bit of space here. Nice little one-on-one opportunity with his opposite. And it was before the game. We were talking about Tofilau. Of course, 4 tries in the last 2 games. He was the danger man for Canterbury. We haven't seen him. You know, Cooley's done such a great job of keeping him under wraps, and now he's got a try for himself and a double kiss to the sky.
Well, this is pretty impressive performance from Counties all round, really. It's just carrying on. I think you need to give Tusa Lafaeli and Phil Gordon a lot of credit too here to instill an excellent attitude in all these players.
Yeah, they've done a great job coaching, but even just a great job recruiting. You know, it's been a long season for a lot of these guys. You know, getting them on board, getting a good squad with good depth together, keeping them together. Sometimes it could be the hardest job as a coach.
Vita. Oh, that had more bend than a rainbow, that one. But you know what? Doesn't matter how it goes through. It's if it goes through. And Tavita, 28-0.
Yeah, he kicked out the boomerang there. It might come back to him.
Full circle, mate.
Catch it again.
Poor old Aotearoa Murphy got sacked as the kicker after missing one, getting all 3 in the first half. Mind you, they were pretty easy. Mind you, he did show his skills with that first one, didn't he? Jello hitting both uprights.
Oh, yeah, of course. The trick shot early on. Devon Thompson back on now for the Bulls.
Here's Hunt. There's Ika Hehifo. Oh, they've tried to keep Jamal Hunt quiet in this game. And this man here too, Whakao Takakala. Hard though, isn't it? And they're such effective ball runners. Now Tavita taking a hit up on this occasion.
Oh, it is hard, mate, especially when they're going tit for tat, one after the other.
Manny Tekiu continues at dummy half. Better tackling this time on Jamal Hunt. They got him right early. Ngati running the ball. Cooley. A tackle there from Nick Evans. Jammed in nicely.
Yeah, interesting play there, the little tunnel ball. They're trying to catch that winger out of position. Catch the centre jamming. Nice work from the Bulls, though, to shut it down as Joel Lecker takes one up.
Thompson playing the ball here for Canterbury. George for Iva. Good leg drive by the young prop, 23 years of age. Hilalio. Fine Vakau Takakala with that tackle. Canterbury going to get some points in this game. They've certainly had opportunities. Oh, that was a little messy play the ball. Play on's the call as we see the kick go up from Poli. No depth on that one. And Tavita is there for Counties Manukau. Gets rid of Hilalio.
Oh, upended there. Here we go. Getting fiery now.
Yeah, it was for Iva. Just getting his tackle technique wrong on that occasion. Arthur Crichton taking exception.
There was a bit of back and forth in the set leading up between Tavita and some of the Canterbury players out on that edge. Great hurdle there from Crichton.
Yeah.
Something out of the Olympics.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the Counties Manukau Championships coming up soon.
Is there a gold medal for starting fights?
Probably. But I don't think anyone will be getting a gold medal out of that one.
No, bronze at best. Referee calming it down. Not much in it, was there?
No, not really.
Nah.
So Jamal Hunt. Having his say. It should be a penalty, really, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's a lift in the tackle. Shouldn't be much more to it.
The referee Parkinson, I think, just making the point, tell Arthur Crichton just to chill a little bit. So sticking with the original penalty, referee Parkinson. Dangerous tackle there from Alofa for Iva.
Yeah, nice work from the referee. Been great officiating, not just today, but throughout this tournament. Not always easy, of course. They don't have the technology of the bunker or access to instant replays. But for me, honestly, I think that's the best brand of rugby league.
Yep.
Let the referee make the call on the spot and let's get on with the game. It's one of the great advantages in this NZRL competition.
Yeah, 100%. Here's Tavita. Can he through the tackle there that time of Lamalu? Here's Hunt again. Every time he gets his arms free, surprised perhaps no one running off his shoulder for looking for those offloads. Now here's his partner in crime, Vakau Takakala. Tekiu at dummy half again. Tavita standing flat. Clever kick, and it's Jamal Hunt over to score. Excellent play. That was beautifully executed from Dylan Tavita and finished off by the captain, Jamal Hunt.
Yeah, two guys that have had a phenomenal game. Tavita with the grubber. Hunt with the try. A double, may I add. 2 tries for the captain.
Yeah, beautifully done. And Hunt. Yeah, lovely finish from Tavita. That was a beautiful kick. Couldn't have been more perfect.
He's shuffled around a lot this game. I don't think he's been on the bench, has he? He's
No.
played a full game, but he's played a number of different roles. It shows his versatility as a player. He's got a great knack of unlocking the abilities and the potential of the players around him. That time with the little grubber. He found Hunt with the pass for the first time. This time the little grubber.
Well, after his very impressive conversion attempt, Whakatau Murphy's pulled rank again because it's close to the post, I guess. 34 to 0. Well, excellent all-round effort from Counties. And you can just tell from Jamal Hunt as he wanders back to position there, he's got that body language. It ain't over.
No. And it's the body language they've held throughout the game. Whether it was the start of the second half, start of the first half, every set reset after a try. It's a real key to success for Counties.
Tough day for Canterbury.
Like Nansen picking up a little knock there. I'm sure he's going to soldier on for the final 7 minutes.
You can see Counties are looking for more points. Ikahihifo. There's just no let up, is there? As Tavita hits the line again. Here's Crichton. Getting through a couple of missed tackles after Crichton. Crichton all the way.
Oh, yes.
Well, he was one of those players that lost the grand final last year in Golden Point. And 2025, 12 months on, is going to be much better feeling for Arthur Crichton. It is 38 to 0.
Yeah, great stuff from the number 6. It's been a great team performance. And here he is putting his mark on the game with this try. 1, 2, 3, and around the fullback. Great stuff from Arthur Crichton.
Yeah, beautifully worked again by the Counties Manukau team. Several players involved, but that one was something special from Crichton. Well, don't forget we have the women's final kicking off in 20-odd minutes. As we see Whakatau Murphy adding 2 more for a 40-0 scoreline. And that women's final kicking off at 2 o'clock between Counties Manukau and Akarana. Can Counties do the double in the 2025 and also win all the women's titles this year? Because, of course, they won the under-16s and the under-18s as well.
That's right.
At the New Zealand NZRL Youth Tournament just a couple of weeks ago down in Christchurch.
Well, even making the finals in that same tournament. It's been a real purple patch of success for Counties at the moment. South Auckland, of course, a real beating heart of rugby league here in New Zealand, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, of course, let's not forget that in that 18s final, their girls team, they beat the Auckland Vulcans in that final. That was basically Counties, full of Counties players as well. Huge nursery of not only men's but now women's rugby league.
So what you're saying is the next NRL team will just be Counties.
Well, absolutely. Tell you what, the Warriors, I think I mentioned on previous broadcast, the Warriors have got to get a girls' academy going pretty soon.
Oh, you have to catch some of this talent.
Yeah.
They need somewhere to play. Speaking of talent, you'd love to see a residence team come back, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Catch
Now
all the talent
Ramsey.
in this competition.
Ramsey being lethal on that right wing side, and that is why. And how did he stay in the dead ball area there? That was like watching Dean Mariner for the Broncos last week. Aotearoa Ramsey, another spectacular score for Counties.
Yeah, tiptoeing along that dead ball line, tiptoeing down the sideline too. Great footwork from the winger, swerving in and out, getting around the fullback. First time he's been able to today. He's had a couple of line breaks, a few opportunities, but he's always been brought down by that last tackle, but not this time. Right foot, left foot, see you later.
Awesome. Well, it's really opening up. It's been tough on Canterbury for the majority of this game. They've been gutsing it out. But we've had 3 tries now in quick succession to Hunt, to Crichton, and now to Ramsey. Blowing the score out a bit in favour of the home team.
Yeah, nice conversion. You can see cameraman Mark Edemia on the dead ball line there too. Looked like he missed the photo actually. I think his camera jammed up. Unlucky.
Well, he's probably just missed a shot of the game then, eh? Because those ones that you miss are always the shot of the game.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
46-0.
46. Will we see the half century? There's still a little bit of time here.
Counties Manukau make a change. Number 4, Tevita Mikaele is on for number 11, Sisse Oyamani.
Yeah, looking very much at home, aren't they? Stay close in.
Oh, there's 2 minutes here. If we're going to see 50, might be on this set. We'll see if they want to throw the ball around. Tahi Tua crashes it up. Great tournament for that guy.
Yeah, he would be going close to being the MVP of the entire tournament, you'd think. Tahi Tui's been fantastic. Cooley at dummy half. Oh, little error at the play of the ball. Now, those errors have been few and far between, haven't they, in the game? That's another real feature of Counties Manukau through this season too. And the error rate has been really low.
I think it's a style of footy that they play. They like to keep it in the middle. So a lot of those passes, they're very low percentage of, or very low risk, I should say. Very high percentage. And when they do shift the ball, it's with great skill. They've got great edges, good halves. And of course, possession so important in games like this.
Yeah, trying to push Canterbury off the ball. Gain effort right to the end of the game. Canterbury. Here's Lamani Kaya. Has earned his team a penalty there.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go. Probably get 2 tackles in if they can put this one into touch quickly.
Well, Canterbury got just a few seconds left here to try and salvage something out of this game. Lamani Kaya ain't going to get to his feet to play the ball. Counties Manukau are the champions of the New Zealand Rugby League domestic scene for the first time since 2015, and have been far too good in the final for Canterbury as they stormed through, arguably leaving their best of the season till last, as they shut out the Southern team by 46 points to nil.
Yeah, first time in a long time for Counties, but you cannot argue. Winners over Akarana, 20 points to 10 in round 1, 17 to 8 against the Vulcans, 50-0 on Waikato, 52-10 against Bay of Plenty. And this one, putting the exclamation mark on the whole thing. 46 points to 0. It's a slam dunk against Canterbury.
2 tries in the game to Aotearoa Ramsey, 2 to Jamal Hunt, the captain. Dylan Tavita, Stemmen Lafaux, Viliami Cooley and Arthur Crichton, the other try scorers. Whakatau Murphy with 6 goals, Dylan Tavita with 1. And that's how it all shook down in this one. Canterbury, brave effort from them, but they just didn't have the class, the quality to replow that Counties Manukau performance today, Hence.
No, just couldn't crack the defence. That was a key feature. They had some opportunities early on. Some errors from Counties led them up to their try line, but just couldn't capitalise. And even in the second half, the chances that they had just turned away by some very stiff Counties defence. This was the first try. Nice simple little block play there, catching out Sakaraya. He was filling in at centre. Dylan Tavita, he almost had his hand on everything, didn't he? He set up a lot of tries, scored one himself. That was number 2 in the game. And this one here, turning the captain back underneath. Try number 3.
Yeah, those were all in the first half, and then in the second half, 18-0 at half-time. Then we saw another barge over try that from Stetton Lafaux. Look closely, I think you might have seen a vapour trail coming off him off there. Cooley again. Such a hard man to tackle. Not the biggest lad, is he? But boy, he's strong in the upper body. And those thigh muscles, those quads. And Tavita's kick was a gem for Jamal Hunt to score a second try. And then, arguably, the 2 best tries were the last 2, Ants.
Yeah, big break here from Arthur Crichton. Show and go, just caught defenders turning out. He's put pedal to the metal, big fend too. Great skills swapping the ball with both hands. Canterbury were done by this point.
What about this from Ramsey?
Beautiful to watch, isn't it?
Very nice. So there it is, 46 points to 0. Comfortable win for Counties. Interest now on whether they can get the double with the women's team kicking off at 2 o'clock against the Akarana Falcons. Let's get some after-match reaction. We've got Fred de Jong down on the field for us.
Well, Dylan, congratulations on a fine, comprehensive win. Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a tough one at the beginning. We came into this game knowing that it was going to be a tough one. But yeah, big credit to the boys for sticking into the whole game, keeping them at 0.
It was also a few errors early on, but once the try started to flow, you got a lot of momentum on, and also your defence, you stopped them from getting out of their own half through the game.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing that we backed ourselves on today was our defence, and yeah, just making sure we stayed tight in the middle and no tries through the middle, and it's good we didn't get any in the edges too.
Played for the Vulcans last year, won it. Moved to Counties this year, won it. 2 from 2, and Player of the Day. Good performance for you, mate.
Yeah, it's good. Coming over to the county side, to the south side, made a big move going to Aotearoa this year. Yeah, it's always good playing for Vulcans, but it was good to have a little change up this year.
Awesome, mate. I'll let you go and get a medal.
Cheers, thank you.
Oh, mate, he does it all. He sets him up with the pass. He's setting him up with the grubber. He scored him himself. He just does it all. He's even kicking goals. He was putting up torpedoes, painting the lines on the field, mow the lawn, selling hot dogs at half-time, Glenn. He does it all.
Indeed. And he's selling out of hot dogs. The quality of output from him has been exceptional through this game. So we're standing by for the presentation now. We're going to hear from Jamal Hunt, who we got to tell you was a contender too for Player of the Day too, as we had actually had a bit of a tough choice trying to get through that. I thought Whakatau Murphy also had an excellent game. It was hard to split those 3 in particular.
Yeah, I thought Cooley was excellent as well. As a centre, I'm always a little bit biased towards the centres, but when they get it right, it's great to watch.
Our first announcement is our MVP of our final. Our MVP of our men's 2025 final from Counties Manukau, Dylan Tavita.
So just go through the presentation now. Dylan Tavita confirmed as Player of the Day, and rightly so too. Started the game at hooker, played the whole game, moved into the halves, created that try for Hunt in the second half, scored a try himself, kicked a goal. A couple of his kicks from last plays were excellent as well. Fantastic all-round game from Dylan Tavita.
Yeah, no question. I have got a question. What's in that envelope, though? It looks a bit of a girth to it.
Exactly. Sure, that's got some tape on it that can't be easily broken. Get it to the bank, Dylan.
Either that or a Denny's voucher. We'll find out.
So Canterbury, well, they proved to be the best team from the south this year, with good wins over Aotearoa, Otago, Wellington and Southland.
And it was such an entertaining Section 2, Section B of the competition. That game against Otago, was that you and I that called that? 30 points to 20. That was one of the real good games, even that Wellington-Otago game.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Exactly, that was a very good game, that one. And fingers crossed we can continue to see the sport develop in some of these other regions, because it's developing at youth level, in particular in the South Island, with Tasman becoming a full union recently, or district rather, in the New Zealand Rugby League.
Well, even Aotearoa coming back first time in a long time. Great to see them back in the mix. It's great to have these guys, you know, for them to have somewhere to play.
Good job by Walter Wilson. We'll give him a shout out to the Canterbury coach there. He just receives his runners-up medal. Andrew Almatangi done a great job with Canterbury over many years, with Walter Wilson stepping in to coach this team this year.
Our winners of the 2025 NRL Men's Premiership, Counties Manukau Stingrays.
But this team has deserved their victory. They played an exceptional brand of rugby league under that man Jamal Hunt and the coaches Tusa Lafaeli and Phil Gordon. I think once we heard that those two were teaming up as the head coaches for Counties Manukau, they're always going to be tough to beat.
Captain Jamal Hunt up to say a few words.
Just a big thanks to Aotearoa for putting this another good season on for us on the campaign. We want to extend our thank yous to the
It's a big squad, isn't it?
You know, I know the scoreline doesn't reflect how
Yes,
good of a game
indeed,
was.
and well, we saw those players and weren't able to take the field, players like Albert Vetti today, Manu Fatialofa.
We're proud of you, and we know your region's proud of you guys as well.
I think the team bus deserves an MVP award. Imagine carrying all these guys around.
To our coaches and managers,
and of course interest now switches to whether Jamal Hunt is just thanking everybody at the moment in that speech, whether his wife Angelina can do the same just a little bit in a couple of hours' time. The women's final coming up very shortly. Here's Tusa Lafaele there. Shout out to him there. Great effort from him. What a year it's been for him and the Otago team, which won the Fox Memorial title earlier on in the year.
Put in the hard yards. I know I say it's easy, but there's a lot of work that goes behind in the background. So I appreciate your guys' effort and your family allowing you guys to come out and train together. So yeah, boys, thank you. The Counties region, big thanks. It's been a long 10 years, but it's finally home. Thank you.
Nice job from Jamal Hunt.
The treasure of the taonga to Counties Manukau. The winners of the 2025 Men's NZRL Premiership.
Yeah, nice job. Good to see some whānau in there too. Tamariki enjoying the moment. The Albert Basketball Trophy, of course, is the National Men's Premiership champions. And first time since 2015 goes to the Counties Manukau Stingrays. Excellent effort there from the Counties Manukau team. Winning always feels sweet. And what a year, as I touched on, for many of these players here, having succeeded in the Fox Memorial Auckland Club competition with Otahu, and then moving on to claim the national provincial title with the Counties Manukau Stingrays.
Yeah, great year for rugby league. Even the success of the New South Wales Cup boys, of course. Some of those guys going straight from club to that competition. It's a really successful 2025 for rugby league here in New Zealand.
Nice one, James Dowie. Well, the good news is, though, we've got more rugby league coming in just a moment. It's the National Women's Premiership final between the Counties Manukau Stingrays. Can they do the double against the defending champion Aotearoa Falcons? That one's kicking off really soon. Stick around, it's next.